Hello again, folks. We're going to be doing a project today of just we call blocking a rough out. And so we're not going to be doing any much detailing at all, but we want to get to the point where we can do detailing later. But in this video, we're just going to strictly just be blocking the figure out and getting our 90-degree angle on the face. But we're not going to do the face this time, but we're going to do everything around the face to get it ready for the final touches that we need to put on him. All right, again, this is a rough out of this particular guy here. And so he's holding a flower. He's going courting. And so we're going to be working around this guy here today. And we've already got this hand done on this side. And so we'll be working on the other hand and holding the flower and separating the legs a little bit. And we might even, well, I don't think our time will allow today, but I was going to try to put a peekaboo hole through here. But anyway, so we're going to start here working around the beard here and getting again, blocking this guy out, getting just the basic features in. Because a lot of people, they'll look at a rough out and they'll say, I can't see what's in there. And there are some rough out places some rough outs that are hard to tell what they are. But we try to make things, when we create a carving to made into a rough out, we try to keep it very simple and not try to get lost in the weeds. And so right now we're just taking our number 39 V-tool here and working our way around the hat here, the back of the hat. And a lot of times when people set this on their table or counter or nightstand or whatever, you're not going to have the face or the back of it toward you much, so we don't spend a whole lot of time there. But it's still important to get all that done back there also. Again, we're just placing in the arms here, and we're wanting to make sure that we have that crook in the arm established, because we do want to see some separation there. And I like to take my knife and come in, and that helps deepen this area right here where the crook of the arm and where it lays up against the body there. All right. And so back here, we're going to put the back side of the arm. It's going to come down and meet this hand that's already pretty much done. And again, this is just taking your V-tool and removing a lot of real estate and establishing these guidelines that you will be using later on when you're doing the detailing. And like back here, on one of them the other night, I put on a handkerchief hanging out of his pocket, and one time I put a skunk hanging out. And so you can just come up with anything you would like to put in that back pocket, but put something back here to tell a story. It's about telling a story, what we're doing here. And of course, this guy is going courting. Maybe it's his first date or whatever. But anyway, so hopefully he will turn out to be a good piece here that will be enjoyed by somebody. All right, now this is the flower, okay, that he's holding in his hand. And again, we're just taking our V-tool and going around and separating that, getting that flower away from the body. And now we're going to take our V-tool here and start right about there and make a cut and come in here, and it's going to be the arm, and down in here will be where the hand will be later on. We'll work on that later on in the detailing part of the carving when we get to that point. But we're a little ways from there. So now we're going to come in here and take our V-tool and come in here and put the center line cut for the legs. Again, you can put shoes on him or leave him barefooted or whatever you'd like to do there. So it's just limited to your imagination. But make sure if you put feet that you make sure you give them the correct amount of toes. I've seen 6 toes or 7 toes on some carvings, so make sure you know exactly what you're studying. Study it well. And again, I'm still learning myself. I study stuff every day, watch stuff, and watching people and their expressions and things like that there. So, all right, I'm trying to get my hand placement here where we can see. And so we're looking here and creating the back side of him. And again, always remember to put the T back here. Don't put the Y. You want it to be going forward, not backwards. And all right, so now we're going to continue going right around the bottom of the feet here, at the bottom of the legs, and creating the separation there. Now again, you could cut this base off and carving and put him back on the base. You could add him to make a scene with him. So it's not limited just to him just standing here. He can be in a scene that you created. It could be a wedding scene, I don't know, whatever you'd like for him to be. All right, so now we're going to go up in here, and we're going to get to the point here where we're going to create the 90-degree angle that we need for the face here in just a little bit. And we're just cutting away here to where you can get a little bit of exposure here under the hat this shoulder does. And we're coming here with our V-tool and sinking that head, putting that head inside the hat. Okay, so again, we still got some more work to do here. And see how that head is going up into the hat there, and that's very important that we get that right perspective there. All right, so now we come in here, we're going to put the feet in, the shoes, separate those a little bit. Again, we're just outlining everything that we need to do. Getting him ready to go for the knife here after a while, because the knife is going to do a lot of the work here after a while, removing a lot of this wood. Again, we're showing separation here from the shoes to the jeans. And I'm thinking we're just about ready maybe to block in the face, and that's probably where we'll stop for this time. And then next time around we'll start working on the details and getting this guy across the finish line, so to speak. This is the stem of the flower. And we're going to separate here a little bit to show the flower. And this right underneath here is going to be the hand placement. And I'm going to put the hand right there where the wrist goes up into the shirt there. And he's actually going to be holding that flower. So always know what you're getting ready to carve. Hand placement is very important. And again, it just takes practice and just doing a lot of research on whatever you're getting ready to carve. And then we're going to come in here with a number 5 gouge and just kind of start shaping this. Now you could put a coat on this guy if you want to. I can see a coat here already. And of course now this guy over here, I put a tie on him, and but we'll show how he turns out here when we get him to the painting station, and show him next time around. But you could go a lot of different ways on him as far as putting different clothes on him. And so we're just taking this number 5 and working our way around. Okay, so let's start getting this face ready. And again, if you were looking, if he didn't have his hat on, our face, the point that, like I said earlier in one of the videos, that our nose is the farthest thing that sticks out on our face. So right about here is a 90-degree angle. And so this is something you always want to keep in mind of getting a good face that's in the right perspective. And again, I like removing a lot of this wood off of here, even though I give a placement there for the nose. It just gives you a reference line where things are at. But I like to even come in and change up my own roughouts. And so that way, I mean, again, there's some people say, well, you can't change a rough out too much. Well, you can some, and don't be afraid to try. Now, he has a really bushy beard, but I think I'm going to try to make him a little bit thinner looking face here. But you see here where we're getting this line right here, that's going to be our jumping off point here of putting in the facial features on our next video, okay? And so I think right about here we're going to stop, and we'll go from there. And so I hope that you kind of see here how we get to that point where we can put our details in. But just make sure that you know, you don't get in a hurry, and just enjoy your carving, enjoy your piece. And at the end of the day, you can look at it and be very, very tickled how it turned out. So thank you for watching. I hope this has been interesting to you, and hopefully it'll help you. And please like us and subscribe, and leave a comment below if there's anything that we can help you with. Thank you so much. See you soon. Happy carving.